The Indiana Fever just lost a really tough game against the Las Vegas Aces, and man, this one hurt. Now, there were reasons for the loss. I mean, Caitlin Clark had a really bad first half, and she did redeem herself in the second half. She was the reason they came back. Let's not forget that. But she did have a bad first half, and I think that set the tone of the game. You saw the Indiana Fever play once again bad perimeter defense. You saw the Indiana Fever not be able to rotate. We've seen this before. We've seen it again. And, man, I think the biggest thing of the game was Indiana Fever could not get an offensive groove. They did not have any flow on the offensive side of the basketball, and I think that was what was hurting them the most. Now, before we get into the good and bad of this game, we got to acknowledge the fact that our girl Caitlin Clark has made history once again. Caitlin Clark now has the single season assist record, and she is a rookie. A rookie. And look, I know people want to play dementia, but we're not going to play dementia around here because I remember every single person saying Caitlin Clark is overrated, that she was going to get to the WNBA and she wasn't going to do the stuff she was doing in college, and that she was going to have a learning curve, and that when Caitlin got to the WNBA, she wasn't going to be a superstar first season. How come she's already the greatest playmaker in WNBA history? Either way, let's go ahead and break down some Indiana Fever Las Vegas Aces film. There are some things that need to be addressed, so we are going to do that. We're going to go over the second half, but first I think we need to address the terrible officiating. It is the elephant in the room, and look, we just got to go over some of it. Now, they have called this a foul on Lexi Hull. I want you to tell me if you think this was a foul. I don't think I see any contact besides Kelsey Plum putting her hand on Lexi Hull's belly. What the heck? How is this a foul? Somebody please tell me. It's these kinds of plays that irritate me because you'll have Aaliyah Boston literally getting mauled in the paint. You'll have her literally getting hit with 5 baseball bats at one time, and yet you'll have Lexi Hull be in the paint going straight up, and somehow she gets a foul called on her. But then when Aaliyah Boston's literally getting dogged on in the paint, when she's literally having a whole MMA wrestling fight down there, no call at all. But then Lexi Hull does nothing. The air hits Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum hit Lexi Hull. And somehow, some way, this is a foul? Please tell me. Enlighten me. I don't get this. Somebody explain to me how this is a foul. Now, you're telling me that Timmy Fagbenle is literally getting hit in the face and no referee can see it. The only plausible argument to be made here is that maybe, just maybe, Aja Wilson got ball first. But still, yo, I think she hit Timmy in the face while Timmy is still shooting the ball. The ball's still in the air. The shot is still happening. She gets hit in the face. There's no way you're not calling this. This is ridiculous. I literally just witnessed Lexi Hull jump up and down and get hit with a foul. And look, Timmy Fagbenle is getting hit in the face and no foul is called. Anyway, let's go ahead and break down this second half because these refs gonna make me mad. Check this out. You have the Indiana Fever leaving Chelsea Gray wide open on the three-point line. I don't know why we keep leaving good three-point shooters wide open. That is what's killing this team. It's not about how many threes you give up or how many threes the other team makes. Sometimes you can't control that. You can control how many wide open three-point shots you give up. It's all about rotations, and the Indiana Fever just don't have that. And this kills them at the end of the game. We're going to get to that. Caitlin Clark had a really bad first half in this game. I mean, Caitlin had 0 points in the first half, but then she started cooking in that second half, and then as she starts cooking, the team gets back into the game. Look at this. Caitlin Clark comes off a screen, and what a deep three-point shot. No matter how many shots she misses in the first half, she's not afraid to shoot it. This is why I like Caitlin Clark. This is taking her game to the next level. It's her confidence, man. I love to see the confidence. No, she didn't have the best game. Yes, she made a lot of mistakes. Yes, she had a lot of turnovers, but Caitlin Clark is never afraid to shoot the basketball, and this is a whole 180 from earlier in the season, and this is why she's going to be in the MVP conversation for years and years and years to come, man. Can someone please tell me why Caitlin Clark is helping off of Chelsea Gray and leaving her wide open? Why is this still happening? Caitlin Clark, you have to understand, the entire team needs to understand that the main thing that is killing you is the amount of open three-point shots you give up. So why are we still giving them up? Is this not one of the main things we talk about in the huddle? Do we not know that we give up more three-point shots than any WNBA team? Now check this out. Caitlin Clark brings it up the court, and that is a big-time mid-range jump shot. I love to see it. She is single-handedly getting them back into this game. The problem is I just can't accept the defense. I can't accept it because your defense is what is losing these games. Now, look, the Indiana Fever do play a really good stretch of defense. Look at this steal by Caitlin Clark on one end, the layup on the other end. I love these kinds of plays. But look, it's because the Indiana Fever are getting stops that they're about to get back into this game. You love to see them getting stops and scoring on the other end. You hate to see them scoring and then allowing the other team to score because it just cancels out everything you do on the offensive side. Now look at this. Caitlin Clark gets it to Aaliyah Boston on that low post, and look at how she manhandles Aja Wilson. I love this play. This is what I like to see. I think Aaliyah Boston had a really good game today. She made a lot of mid-range jump shots. She played well, and I think a whole lot of the time Aaliyah Boston's literally getting hit and she gets no foul calls. The only thing I don't like about this game was the fact that Aaliyah Boston shot that shot at the very end of the game. That three-point jump shot just did not have to be taken. You have Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell on the team, and somehow, some way, to win a game, we go to Aaliyah Boston. I don't know about that, man. That's not the call for me. Now look at this next play. Off a stop, the Indiana Fever pushed the pace, and look at Caitlin Clark, man. She comes off this screen and gets downhill. What a layup from Caitlin. I love to see this. She is scoring. She got into a groove. Now the entire team's getting into a groove, and they're about to mount a comeback. Now, when I told y'all Caitlin Clark got this team back into the game, I was not lying, because what a step back from Caitlin Clark right here. I love to see it. The confidence is showing. I love to see Caitlin Clark keep shooting. I don't care how many you miss. Keep doing your thing, because when you make shots like this, you shift the game. I don't care how many shots she misses. When she just hits a few shots, the entire game changes. I love to see it. Now look at this next play. You have Erica Wheeler running a pick and roll with Timmy Fagbenle, and look at how Damaris Dantas gets open. That is a wide open three-point shot, and she sinks it. I love this play. I think Damaris Dantas had a good game today. She was 4 for 6 from the field with 11 points, and I know her defense is still bad, but her offense is pretty good, and these big-time shots are getting the Fever back into the game. Look, it's tied up at 60. Now, if you want to know why the Indiana Fever lost, just keep watching. Now, fast forward a little bit, and the Indiana Fever are down 4 points. It's 68-72. And look at Caitlin Clark take her defender off the dribble and get down low into the paint. What a layup from Caitlin Clark. If you're a fan, you know the Indiana Fever can score. They can really score. They score enough to win these games. It's their defense that kills them. Look at this, man. You got 1 minute left in the game. You're down 2 points. You need to stop right here. And why? Why is Kelsey Plum wide open in the corner? I mean, wide open. Nobody's guarding her. That is a practice shot. And that loses the game, in my opinion. When you give up an open shot like this and there's like 50 seconds left to do something and now you're down 5 points, I just don't think you can come back from that. This is what lost in the game. Look, I understand Aaliyah Boston missed a three-point shot, but you wouldn't even have been in that position where you're down 3 points with 1 possession left if it wasn't for this. You gave up a wide open three right here. This is why you lost. Now it's 72-75. The Indiana Fever need a three-point shot, and for the sake of reviewing the play, we'll go over it. Look, Kelsey Mitchell gets down low into the paint. They double team. They collapse on her. And look, Aaliyah Boston is wide open on the three-point line. She's wide open, and she misses it. But I don't like this play, even though it's a decent shot, because you have so much time for one. Caitlin Clark has not touched the ball. Kelsey Mitchell, you have Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark on your team. Those are arguably the two best three-point shooters in the W right now. There's no way that I'm not going to one of them to get a three-point shot at the end of the game. I don't like this play at all. I hope the Indiana Fever can at least win one of their next 2 games, because I want them to end the season off at least at 500 or above 500. I don't want to see them fall below 500 because of all the work they put in. But look, before we end off this video, I just want to say you guys can now become members if you'd like. I'm going to be shouting you out. I'm going to buy a t-shirt or maybe a poster or maybe a hat and write the names of everybody who becomes a member on this channel. So that way, if you want to support the videos, you can do it that way. So people asked about it, and I was like, why not? I wasn't going to do it, but I was like, you know what? Why not? If you want to support the channel, you can support the channel. I won't stop you from doing that. God bless all y'all. I'm out, man. Peace out.